Hi everyone, this is Shekhar Pujari. In this lecture, I am going to discuss about the subject accounting theory. Here, important topic will discuss that store ledgers accounts. Okay, so what is store ledger accounts? As we know, whenever we will purchase the material or raw material or any type of goods, we used to keep it in warehouse or godown, we can say. Okay, that's stores. So how much material or how much stock is available in the store or godown, we should know. So each and every time there is no possibility to make the physical verification, such as by going to count all the materials. So for that reason we have to maintain the accounts. Okay, how much stock we have purchased, how much stock we are sending for the production place, or either it may be for sales. Okay, that records we should keep. Okay, from that we will come to know that how much stock is available in the godown. Okay, that is nothing but that concept is called as a stores ledger account. So many businesses maintain such type of accounts. So here store ledger accounts are of so many methods. Okay, from that two important methods are there for your syllabus purpose. One is FIFO method and another is LIFO method. So we'll discuss what is the FIFO method and LIFO method. Here difference between the FIFO method and LIFO method I have given. So FIFO method is nothing but first in first out. The material which purchased first, that material we used to sell first. That concept is called as a FIFO method. Whereas LIFO method is nothing but last in first out. Which materials purchased at the last we used to sell at first. So that is called as a LIFO method. Here under FIFO method I will give you the example. Say for example I have purchased some fruits. Okay. After that again I have purchased the fruits. Which fruits I am going to sell first? Whichever purchased first, because the fruits are of perishable in nature. Okay, fruits may get damaged very soon. For that reason, whichever fruits I have purchased first, I used to sell it last. And whereas in the LIFO method, say for example coal, when you purchase the coal is a non-perishable goods. Coal will not get any damages. For that reason, we'll used to purchase whichever is the last quota we used to consume first. That concept is called as a LIFO method. Okay, here is a classification I have given. So we'll discuss one by one. First one, under this method materials are received first, are issued first. Very clear meaning they have given. Under FIFO method, materials are received first, issued first. Okay, which material we used to receive first, we used to sell it first under FIFO method. But whereas when we will consider the LIFO method, okay, under this method materials are received last, are issued first. Under LIFO method, which material we have purchased at the last, we used to sell at the first. Okay, and this is how we are going to make the accounts as per their methods. Okay, either it may be FIFO or LIFO. Okay, we'll see in the practical parts also. So again, second difference is expansion. FIFO method is expanded as first in first out, whereas LIFO method is expanded as last in first out. Okay, so third difference is this FIFO method is very much suitable to perishable goods. Okay, the goods which are get damaged very soon. For that or for such businesses, it requires to maintain FIFO method. And the goods which are non-perishable in nature, okay, such as coal and all, whereas company or business can apply the LIFO method. Okay, next fourth difference is this FIFO method is good inventory management. Okay, this is very good inventory management, whereas under LIFO method it is a bad inventory management. Why such inventory management is dependent? Because under FIFO it is very much suitable for the perishable goods. Okay, and it is also applicable for the non-perishable goods also, because which material we have purchased first, we have to consume first. Okay, that method is applicable both for the perishable goods and non-perishable goods, whereas LIFO method is only useful for the non-perishable goods. For that reason, it is treated as bad inventory management. Okay, and the last difference is FIFO method shows current market price of unsold stock. As we know, say for example, two lots I have purchased, lot number 1, lot number 2. So under FIFO method, which lot I will use to sell first? The lot which is purchased first. First in, first out. Okay, which materials I have inputting, that material I have outputting. Okay, so for that remaining unsold stock will be the fresh stock, or that fresh stocks, whatever the price is there, that price is nothing but current market price we can say. But whereas LIFO method, okay, LIFO method shows the current market price of goods sold. Okay, say for example, under LIFO method, last in, first out. Okay, the material which purchased at the last will use to sell it first. Say for example, I have purchased the lot number 1, lot number 2. At that time, I used to sell the materials from lot number 2. Whatever the goods are sold, okay, those are the fresh materials. Okay, and those goods price is nothing but current market price. Okay, here is the difference in between the FIFO method and LIFO method. Okay, here we'll discuss one problem which may ask for 15 marks, either on the basis of FIFO method or either on the basis of LIFO method. So here the question is like this, I have written, just take down, prepare the store ledger accounts. They will ask you to prepare the store ledger account either under FIFO method or LIFO method, but in this problem they have mentioned under FIFO method. So they have given information about the goods received and information about the goods issued. So here receipt date, quantity and rates. When you received the goods or purchased the goods, on what date you have purchased the goods or received the goods, they have mentioned the dates. Again, how much quantity you have purchased, quantity also here mentioned. Again, the rate of quantity per unit they have mentioned here. So I will read one by one. Here it is, on 1/1/2017, 300 units are purchased and the rate of unit is ₹8 per unit. Okay, next, on 7/1/2017, 200 units are purchased and rate of unit per unit is ₹8.20 per unit. Next date or next transaction, 15/1/2017, 250 units are purchased and rate of per unit is ₹7.90. Next transaction is on 23/1/2017. 400 units are received and rate per unit is ₹7.50. Last transaction 28/1/2017. Here 200 units are purchased and again the rate per unit is 7.70. These are the information which are related to the goods received or goods purchased. Now again they have given the issue details. Okay, either you may issued the goods to the production department or you sold it. Okay, means goods are issued from the godown. The issue date they have given here, dates are like this, and how much quantity they have issued. So here it is, on 5/1/2017, 140 units are issued. On 8/1/2017, 60 units are issued. On 15/1/2017, 120 units are issued. On 18/1/2017, 210 units are issued. On 22/1/2017, 200 units are issued. On 25/1/2017, 150 units are issued. And lastly, 29/1/2017, 240 units are issued. Okay, this is how the problem is asked. Okay, you are asked to calculate the store ledger accounts under FIFO method, or either question may ask on the LIFO method. But here in this problem, FIFO method is asked. They will provide you the information, necessary information about the receipts and necessary information about the issues. From that receipts and issues, you have to maintain the store ledger accounts. So here I have given you the chart. This is how we are going to calculate. Here solution, stores ledger account. Okay, we have to write, we are going to calculate stores ledger account under what method? Under FIFO method. In your exam, they will ask you either the FIFO method or LIFO method. So you have to write like this: stores ledger accounts under FIFO method. We have to use the method FIFO, first in, first out. The goods which are purchased first, we have to sell first. That method we have to follow. So here we have to make the columns in such a way that, first of all, first column we have to make for the date. Okay, either the receipt date or issue date, either when the goods are purchased and when the goods are issued. For that purpose, we have to keep here one column. That column, in that column, we have to mention all the dates. Okay, either it may be receipt or issues. Then next column, we have to make 3 columns again: receipts, issues, and balances. Broader column we have to make, or broader heading we have to make. Again under receipts, we have to make the 4 columns. Okay, first column indicates G.R.number. GR is nothing but goods receipt number. Okay, which goods, or when we receive the goods, for that we'll receive some receipts. That receipt number is we have to write here if the receipt number is mentioned in the problem. If receipt number is not mentioned in the problem, then not need to write anything. Okay, again, how much quantity we have received, we have to write here, and what is the rate per unit of quantity, we have to write here, and quantity into rate, we have to write here the total amount, the rupees, how much quantity or how much amount of goods we have purchased, we have to write here. Then next, second column, we have to write here issues. When we purchase the goods in the godown and we will issue to the production place or to the market for sales, that issue details we have to write here. Okay, so first column indicates here under issues S.R.number. SR is nothing but sales receipt number. Okay, again quantity. Okay, how much quantity we are issuing. Again rate per quantity. Okay, we are issuing the quantity, what is the rate per unit, and how much total amount we are issuing. Okay, we have to mention here. And lastly, the balances, we have to maintain. The last column is balances. Okay, how much quantity is available in the godown or kept as a stock, and what rate of stock, and how much total amount. We have to maintain the format like this. Now we'll start with the solution. Okay, so as we know, accounting is done as per the chronological order. How the transaction is happened, that as per that, or as per the sequential dates, we have to pass the journal or we have to pass the entries. So we'll see here which is the first date. We have to check date number 1. Okay, on 1st January 2070, first transaction is happened, so we have to pass the entry. So here it is, which transaction it is? A receipt. A receipt is taken place. So we'll write here, first you have to write here date 1/1/2017. Okay, so receipt date is given? No receipt date is given, so put nil. So how much quantity you have received on 1/1/2017? 300 units are received. So write here 300 units. Again, rate. What is the rate per unit? Whatever you have purchased the 300 units, what is that rate per unit? So you have to write here 8.00, means you have purchased that 300 units and rate of per unit is 8 rupees. So you can take down the calci and you can prepare the, or you can make the tally, you will get the amount or you will get the total. Okay, you have purchased 300 quantities, each quantity rate is 8 rupees. So 300 into 8, you will get 2400 rupees. Okay, total material you have purchased rupees 2400. Okay, this is how you have to make the accounts. Okay, again check, any issue taken place on the first date? No, issue is taken place on the 1st January. Okay, on 5th January it is taken, so we'll pass on the 5th January. So on the 1st January 2017 only purchase or received is happened, so that receipt is recorded. Okay, so any issue on that? No. So no issue is taken place. So put each column, put nil. Okay, then how much is the balance remained with the stock or remained with the go down? Now we have purchased the 300 quantity and the only one lot is available in the go down. So balance we have to show here. How much balance is? 300 quantities are available in the go down and that rate of each quantity is 8 rupees per unit. So after multiplying with this, it will comes 2400. Okay, this is how we have to do the accounts. Okay, by using the FIFO method. Okay, so now strike the balance. Here I will strike the balance, means I will close the books of accounts on the 1st January 2017. Okay, so this is how we have to do the transaction. Okay, again next transaction, we'll see the next transaction. Okay, after 1st January, which is the next date? 2nd January. Just check any 2nd January transaction has happened. Here 7th January, here 5th January. No transaction is happened on the 2nd. Okay, again check 3rd January, again check 4th January, no transaction is given. Then we'll see after 4th, which is the date? 5th January. There is one transaction happened. In this problem they have given here 5th January 2017, 5/1/2017, there is one transaction. Okay, so that transaction is issued. Okay, issue transaction is there. Okay, whatever the available materials are in go down, from that some materials I have or we have issued. Okay, that transaction we have to record here. So here first put the date. Okay, what is the date? 5/1/2017. Okay, again check whether on the 5th receipt is taken place. No, so put nil here. Okay, no receipt is taken place. So write here under issue, any sales receipt number is given in this problem? No, so put nil. Okay, how much quantity you are issuing? Here it is on 5th January 2017, 140 units are issuing. Okay, so write here 140 units are issued. Okay, what is the rate? Rate is given? No. Okay, how much we are purchased? For that only we are issuing to the production department. So what is the cost of this 140 units per unit? Here it is, we are using in go down 300 units are there. Out of 300 units we are issuing 140 units. Okay, what is the rate? 8 per unit. So this is how we have to calculate. Okay, just multiplied 140 into 8. Okay, just take the help of calculators and let me know the answers. I think you might get 1120. I will just make sure that answer is okay. Is it correct? 1120. Now, after completing the 5th January, okay, after completing the 5th January, I have to I have to check the balances. Okay, I have to check the stock. Okay, how much stock is remain now? Earlier we have purchased the 300 quantities. 300 quantities are available in the godown. Out of 300 quantities, now we sold 140 quantities. Now how much quantities are remained with the godown? 160 quantities are remained with the godown. And what is the rate? Rate will remains same. What is the rate? 8 rupees per unit. Then just check the calculation. 160 into 8, then you will get 1280. Okay, this much is the closing stock on the date of 5th January 2017. Okay, this is how we have to pass the entries one by one sequentially. Okay, now strike the balance here. Okay, closing stock is ended. Okay, after 5th January, next date is 6th January. Just check, 6th January is there? No. Okay, again 7th January, yes. 7th January, a receipt is taken place. Again check, any issue on the 7th? No. 8th January is there. So only a receipt is taken place. So we have to pass here receipts. Okay, so 7/1/2017. Okay, how much is the receipt? 200 units are received. So any GR receipt number is there? No. So how much goods are quantity received? 200 units are received. Okay, what is the rate per unit? Here rate is mentioned 8.20. 8.20. Just calculate and check the answer. You will get 1640. Okay, 1640 total amount is received, or total value of amount is received. Okay, any issues taken on the same day? No issues is taken place. So put nil on each column. Okay, then we'll work out with the balances. What is the balance available in the godown? Okay, earlier how much was the stock? Earlier 160 quantities are available in the godown. The rate of 160 quantities are 8 per unit. The total value of that 160 unit is 1280. Okay, again we have purchased the fresh lot. Okay, new lot. How much unit we have purchased? Just now only purchased. Okay, 200 units, and rate of that 200 unit is 8.20, and after calculating you will get the answer 1640. Okay, 1640. Now strike the balance. Okay, then we'll see the next transaction. Okay, just check the after 7th, 8th date is there. Okay, on 8th we are issuing the 60 units. Okay, 60 units are issuing. So we have to write here date. On 8/1/2017, how many units are issuing? 60 units. So any receipt is taken place on the 8th? No. So put nil under the heading receipts. Okay, then issue receipt is there? No. How much quantity are issuing? 60 quantities. Now question arises, which method we are following? Okay, so in this question they have asked you to calculate the store ledger account under FIFO method, means first in first out. The materials which is purchased first, you have to sell first. Okay, so here there are two lots are available in the godown. Okay, 160 material material is there, and 200 material is there. Okay, two quality of goods are available. So which quality you have to issue first? So here it is 60 units only you have to issue. Okay, so which method we are following? First in first out. Okay, which is the material first we have purchased? Either it may be 160 units or 200. 160 units we have purchased. Okay, from that 160 we have to issue 60 units. So I will write here 60 units are issued. Okay, out of 160. Then what is the rate of that 60 units? 8. Okay, 8 rupees. Then calculate. After calculating you will get 480. Sorry, it should be okay, no receipt is there. So 60 units we have to issue. From what? Two quantities are available. Which is purchased first? 160 unit purchased first. After that we have purchased the 200 units. So we are following the FIFO method, first in first out. Okay, so for that reason, out of 60, what is the rate of that 160 units? 8 rupees. So just multiply with the 60 into 8, you will get 480. Okay, so again any transaction receipt is taken place? No. So now we have to calculate the balance, how much quantity are available in the godown. So out of 160, 60 units are gone. 60 units are just now only issued. Then out of 160, 60 units are gone, means remain with 100 units. What is the rate of that 100 unit? 8 per unit. Then you will get here 800, and same 200 units will keep same. No issue is taken place out of the 200 units. So what is the rate of that 200 units? 8.20. Then value is 1640. This is how we have to calculate. Okay, next again we'll check the next date. Okay, after 8th, 9th date is not there, 10th is not there. Next 11, 12, 13, 14, any up to 14 no transaction is happened. After that 15 is there. Okay, on 15th receipt is taken place, on 15th issue is taken place. But first you have to, what you have to do, first you have to record the receipts. Okay, the goods which are purchased you have to first write. After that you have to show the issue price or issue transaction. So here I will do like this. On 15th, 15/1/2017 issue is taken place. General receipt number is not given. How much quantity we have purchased or received? 250 units are purchased. Okay, what is the rate of 250 units? 7.90. 7.90. Okay, then multiply with 250 into 7.90. You will get value as 1975. Okay, this is the receipt. On the same day, issue is taken place. Okay, now how much quantity is available? 100 quantity is different, 200 quantities different, and just now we have purchased 250 quantities. But in this transaction 120 units needs to issue, 120 units. Now first which unit we have to issue? 100. First lot is purchased 100 units. First you sell this 100 unit. What is the rate? 800 you will get. Okay, but how much quantity we need to issue? 120. First this is the old stock. Old stock we have to sell first. Okay, 100 unit we need to sell. What is the rate? 8. Then you will get 800 rupees. Again 20 units we have to sell. From which quota we have to select? Either it may be 200 or either it may be 250. We have to sell from 200. Why? Because this stock is purchased first than that of 250. Okay, 250 stock is purchased recently. Okay, we are following FIFO method, first in first out. Which material we have purchased first? We have to sell first. From these three transactions, 100 materials we have purchased first, 100 issued. Again we require 20 materials needs to issue. From that or out of 200 we are issuing. So 20 units we have to issue from this 200. So what is the rate? 8.20. Then you will get here 164. Okay, now you have to show the how much balance available in the godown. What is the value of stock available in the godown? So here it is 100 already we sold or already we issued. Out of 200, 20 units are issued. Then how many units are available? 180. What is the rate of that remaining stock? 8.20. Then you will get here 1476. Okay, again just now only purchased the stock, that is also available with the godown. Okay, 250 we have purchased, 7.90 and 1975. Now strike the balance here. Okay, this is the end of transaction on the 15/1/2017. Okay, after 15, what is the next date? Check here. 16 not there, 17 not there, 18 is there. Okay, on 18 what transaction is happened? Issue is taken place. means we sold the goods, okay, on 18. So write here date 18/1/2017. Okay, on 18 receipt is happened? No. So put nil in each column, and you have to write issue. How much issue is taken place? 210 units you have to issue. But how many quantities are available? 180 is different quantity and 250 is different. Two lots are there. From that two lots we have to issue 210. But which material we will issue first? Which is purchased first? Which is purchased first? 180 material purchased first or 250 material purchased first? 180. So here write 180. So 180, rate is 8.20. You will get 1476. Again, how many quantities requires to sell? 30 units. Okay, 210 units we need to issue. Now issued from the first lot 180, total whole 180 units sold. Again there are 250 units are there. Again from that 30 units need to issue. So what is the rate? 7.90. So you will get rate here 237. Okay, 237. Then what is the stock? You have to write here stock. Okay, 180 now issued. Out of 250, 30 units we issued. So what is the stock available in the godown? Only 220. Out of 250 we sold 30. Remaining stock is 220. What is the rate? 7.90. Then after calculating you will get value is 1738. Now strike the balance. Close the account on the day of 18th January. Okay, then after 18th we'll see any 19th transaction. No, 20, 21, 22. Okay, 22 there is one transaction. Okay, what transaction is taken place? Either receipt or issue. Issue is taken place. Okay, so write here date 22/1/2017. Okay, so no receipt is taken place, directly issue is taken place. How much quantity you are issued or you require to issue? 200 units you need to issue. So available material is only one lot is there. Out of that lot we will use to issue. So how much quantity? 200 into 7.90. So you will get 1580 after calculating the balance. Okay, so you will write here issues. Then we have to calculate the balances. But what is the value of closing stock available in the godown on the day of 22/1/2017? Okay, out of 220 you sold the 200 units, remained with 20 units. What is the value? 7.90. Then you will get here 158 rupees. Okay, this is the only stock available in the godown. Again we'll see what transaction is happened. After 22, 23rd is there. Okay, 23rd receipt is taken place. We purchase some goods again. So we have to write here 23/1/2017. Okay, general receipt number is not given, so don't bother about it. Okay, put nil. Next, how much quantity you have purchased? 400 units. Okay, quantity 400 quantity you have purchased. What is the rate per unit? 7.50. 7.50. After calculating, just multiplied 400 into 7.50, you will get 3000, the total value of goods purchased. Okay, issue is taken place on the same day? No. Now we have to show how much closing stock available in the godown. Earlier 20 units are remaining. Okay, so same you have to write here 158. Again fresh lot is purchased. How much quantity? 400. 7.50 rate is there, and after calculating the total amount is 300. Two lots are available. Which is purchased first? 20 units are available. Recently we have purchased 400 units, that is also available. Two lots are available. After 23rd, which is the date? 25th, there is a transaction happened. What kind of transaction is happened? Issue is taken place. So right here date is 25th/17. No receipt is taken place, So we have tried only issue. Okay, how much issue? 150 goods we need to issue. Okay, 150 goods we need to issue. Which method we are following? First in, first out method, FIFO method. Okay, so 2 lots are available. From that 2 lots we have to issue 150 units. So which lot we will select? Which is purchased first. Which lot is purchased first? That 20 unit. 20 unit first will totally issue. That rate is 7.90. Here it is 158. Okay. Again we need to issue 150 units. Now issued 20 units. Again we need 130 unit. 130 from 400 we will use to issue. Okay, 130. What is the rate of that 400 units? So you have tried here. 130 into 7.5 is equals to 975. Okay, then you have to show here the value of closing stock. Okay, now 20 units you issued, out of 400 you issued 130, means what is the stock remained with go down? 270. The rate is 7.50. So value is 2025. Okay, now here close the account on the day of 25th. Okay, next after 25th, just check any transaction is happened. On 26th no transaction is there. On 28th there is one transaction. On 28th there is one transaction. So for that reason we have to write here 28/1/2017. What kind of transaction is taken place? A receipt. We purchased some goods. Okay, what is the, how many quantities we have purchased? 200 quantities we have purchased. What is the rate? 7.70. Then after calculating this you will get 1540. Okay, so no issue is taken on the same day, so put nil in each column. Then we have to calculate the balance. How much stock available in the godown? Earlier 270 materials are available. Okay, the same you have tried. Again fresh material we have purchased. Again 200 materials we have purchased. What is the rate? 7.70 and 1540. Okay, this is the end of 28th. Okay, after 28th any transaction, last transaction is there on 29th. Okay, issue is taken place. So first write here date 29/1/2017. Okay, how many quantities we need to issue? 240. Then how many lots are there? 2 lots are there. Okay, 1/270 quantity lot is there and 200 lot is there. Okay, these 2 lots are available in the godown. But which lot first we have to issue? Which is purchased first. Okay, these 270 units are purchased first. For that reason we are no receipt is issued. So here we have to show how out of 270, 240 units we are issuing. What is the rate? 750. Okay, after calculating this you will get 1800. Now we have to show how much value of stock is available with the godown. So out of 270, 240 units are sold. Remained with 30 units. Okay, rate is same 7.50. Then you will get 225 and 200 same rates. No issue is taken place from these 200 units. So write it here same 200. Here rate is 7.70 and value is 1540. Okay, this is how you have to do the accounts. Okay, this is how you need to work out with the FIFO method.